Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news of this evening, elderly St. Catherine man killed in vehicular crash. The Browns Hall police in the St. Catherine North Police Division are investigating the death of a senior citizen whose vehicle went into a gully on Sunday night. The deceased has been identified as 78-year-old Donald Shaw of Blue Hole Bellas Gate, St. Catherine. The police say about 11:30 p.m., Shaw went into his parked Toyota RAV4 and started the vehicle, which sped off suddenly. The vehicle then overturned into a gully on the left side of the road. Shaw was the lone occupant and was rescued by residents and assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital. He was admitted but later succumbed to his injuries. Truck driver pleads guilty to causing deaths of 2 people. A St. Catherine truck driver has pleaded guilty to 2 counts of causing death by dangerous driving and is to be sentenced on March 27. 29-year-old Maurice Baker was charged following a collision in Angels, St. Catherine, in which Rikisha White and Rikea Garrison were killed. The date for his sentences was arrived at when Baker appeared in the St. Catherine Circuit Court on Monday. The defense and the Crown conferred with the judge, after which the accused pleaded guilty. Justice Bertram Morrison then extended Baker's bail and ordered that a social inquiry report be conducted. The facts of the case are that about 3:35 p.m. on February 27, 2023, Baker was driving an Isuzu motor truck along Walks Road when he lost the control of the truck, which drifted into the path of a Toyota Probox motor car. The impact resulted in the deaths of White and Garrison and the injury of others. An investigation was conducted, which resulted in Baker being charged. He made numerous court appearances before pleading guilty. Clarendon man charged with murder of son while drunk. Detectives assigned to the Clarendon Police Division have charged 66-year-old Desmond Savory, otherwise called Desi, with the murder of his son at home in Maypen on February 1. Reports from the Maypen police are that at about 8:11 p.m., Savory, who was intoxicated, was seen along the roadway behaving boisterously when he was accosted by his son, 34-year-old Ryan, who took him home. Upon reaching home, the father reportedly picked up a knife and stabbed the now deceased to his upper body and both knees. A report was made to the police and the father was arrested and taken into custody. He reportedly confessed to his son's murder and was subsequently charged. Police probing circulation of video of Price Johnson. Information and Education Minister Dr. Dana Morris Dixon has confirmed that the police are probing the origin of the video recording of the murdered teenager Price Johnson being circulated on social media. Price, a student of Haile Selassie High School, died shortly after she was found badly wounded at her Palm Grove Court apartment on Spanish Town Road on Thursday. Dr. Dixon, speaking Sunday with the news, said the disturbing video should be removed from the public view.
This is a child who was wounded badly in a way that we would never want any of that to happen to any of our children. And we have to respect the family, we have to respect the victim and not share things like that. That is despicable. That is not who we are as a people. We take care of each other. We don't share morbid images like that. And so that was very disturbing. And I know the police force, they're also looking at it because this is unacceptable. And we see it happen time and time again. And instead of, going to the rescue, sometimes you see it at an accident scene or otherwise, you see everybody taking out their cameras and not rendering assistance. We have to do better than that. And so we are very disturbed about that video being shared, and we would tell anyone, if you get it, delete it, do not share it any further.
Detectives attached to the Criminal Investigation Branch are making arrangements to question the suspect held in connection with the killing of the teenager. Imani Noerlinder was nabbed Sunday afternoon at 34 Crescent Road, Kingston 13. Superintendent Damon Manderson, head of the St. Andrews South Police Division, told the news that Linder, who was listed as a suspect by the police on Friday, will be charged. Relatives have told the police that Mr. Linder is mentally ill. Anyone with information is being urged to come forward and assist the ongoing investigation. Police probing circulation of video of Price Johnson. Information and Education Minister Dr. Dana Morris Dixon has confirmed that the police are probing the origin of the video recording of the murdered teenager Price Johnson being circulated on social media. Price, a student of Haile Selassie High School, died shortly after she was found badly wounded at her Palm Grove Court apartment on Spanish Town Road on Thursday. Dr. Dixon, speaking Sunday with the news, said the disturbing video should be removed from the public view.
So for the financial year that passed, we would have signed a memorandum of understanding with the government from 2022, which ends March 31st, 2025. And based on the compensation package, some things would have, agreed on. And the financial year is coming to a close, and we are still not settled where that is concerned. So there are some back money that is owed to us, and that's what we are dissatisfied about. And so today we are wearing black to show our dissatisfaction. It was decided that they would pay us back as far as August of last year. To date, we have not received same. The regions are the one I think is holding out. So the Ministry of Finance did send directives out for this payment to be made, but to date, nothing.
Man killed, another wounded in St. Anne drive-by shooting. A man was killed and another wounded in a drive-by shooting in St. Anne's Bay, St. Anne on Sunday evening. Jonah Hyde, 50, otherwise called the Buftik, of Charlestown in St. Anne's Bay, died in the incident. It is reported that about 6:20 p.m., Mr. Hyde and another man were sitting in the vicinity of Marley Square in Charlestown when a darker-colored motor car drove up. 3 men alighted the vehicle and opened the fire on the 2 men. Mr. Hyde ran from the area but collapsed in a nearby yard after he sustained multiple bullet wounds. The other man was also shot. The wounded men were assisted to hospital, where Mr. Hyde was pronounced dead. The police are trying to establish the motive for the attack. St. Anne has recorded 6 murders since the start of the year. Curfew in De La Vega City and the surrounding areas extended. The 48-hour curfew that was imposed in sections of De La Vega City, Port Henderson, Ocker Lane, Dallas Lane in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, has been extended. The curfew continued at 6 p.m. on Sunday, February 9, and will remain in effect until 6 p.m. on Tuesday, February 11. The boundaries of the curfew are north from Spanish Town Bypass and the March Bend Road, traveling along March Bend Road to the intersection of Burke Road and the March Bend Road. East from the intersection of Port Henderson Road, travel along Burke Road to the Hospital Bridge. South from the intersection of Burke Road and Hospital Bridge, traveling along an imaginary line to the intersection of Port Henderson Road and the Lilliput Road. West from the intersection of Lilliput Road and the Port Henderson, traveling along Lilliput Road, an imaginary line to the intersection of Spanish Town Bypass and the March Bend Road. During the hours of the curfew, persons within its boundaries are required to remain indoors unless otherwise authorized by the person in charge of enforcing the curfew. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.